we're going to continue with solving linear equations one step. Remember that we are just taking one step to solve linear equations. The step that we are going to take is, in this case, the opposite operation of what we have. So, I have negative a times n equals to negative 64. In this case, as we saw in the PowerPoint, the operation that is inverse to multiplication is division. So we're going to divide. So we're going to divide by the same number. What is the number? Negative a. So we're going to divide by negative a. Both sides of the equation divide by negative a. We need to isolate the variable. That's what we need to do. Leave the variable alone. So if you cover, negative a is multiplying n. So we use the opposite, the inverse operation, in this case division, in both sides of the equation. So this one, negative a divided by negative a is positive 1. So you have n is equals to, be careful, negative and negative is positive. 64 divided by 8 is equals to 8. And so as you can see, we only took one step, and it's the inverse operation of multiplication, in this case division. And we have the answer positive a. Can we prove that solution? Yes, so I have negative a times positive a, that's the n, equals to, and that's what we're proving, that this one is going to be equals to 64 negative. And negative a times a is equals to negative 64 equals to 64. That's what we're looking for. So the answer is correct. So let's move to problem B. Problem B, I have negative 96 is equals to 4c. Remember that what we need is the variable alone. We need to isolate the variable. In this case is c. So 4 is multiplying. Okay? 4 is multiplying. So we need the opposite operation. So we are going to divide by 4 is positive 4. We're going to divide by 4. We're going to divide by 4. Okay? 4 divided by 4 is 1. I'm just crossing out those ones. So you have c. And then I have negative 96 divided by 4. In this case is 24. Negative 24. Negative and positive is negative. 96 divided by 4 is 24. So negative 24 equals to c, or if you want to write c equals to negative 24. So that's the solution for B. Okay, this is A. Now let's do C. C, remember, we need to leave the variable alone, and z is divided by 2. So in this case you have division. So what we're going to do, we're going to multiply. Okay? Times 2 times 2. Okay? Look at this one. 2 divided by 2 is 1. So I'm just going to cross out those 2. And 2 times 14 is equals to 28 equals to z. And if you can see, 28 divided by 2 is equals to 14. So that's the right solution. So now, look at this problem where I'm going to take this one a little bit slower, because we need to do some steps, and it will depend on you and what you did previous years. So I have division. So I'm going to use the opposite of this one is multiplication. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 4. By 4. Okay. We have two options. Okay, this one goes away, so I have that k is equals 2. We have two options. Number one, you multiply 17 times 4, and then you divide by 2. It's up to you. Now, what I'm going to do is simplify. Okay, 4 is divisible by 2, so I have 2. This 2 goes away, and then you multiply 17 times 2, which is 34. And don't forget that you have a negative, so it's negative 34. That will be your solution. K equals to negative 34. Now, what happens if we multiply 17 times 4? We are going to get the same. I'm going to do it here. So I have K is equals to 17 times 4 over 2. And we know that 17 times 4 is 68. divided by 2 equals to 34. Don't forget that this one is negative, and that one will be your solution. So it's up to you how you do it. You can simplify or you can do the multiplication, and you're going to get the solution. Remember, this one is using multiplication and division. We're going to use the opposite, the inverse operation of this problem. So if you have any question, please let me know. Send me an email and I will reply as soon as possible. Have a good day.